fainted mother. The carriage is halted. Someone is getting out.
A lady.
Are you sure it's her carriage?
It's pure white. The horses are pure white. It's plainly and obviously a bridal carriage. Merlin, here's a calamity. Guinevere's carriage is halted below the hill.
I know. I remembered she would.
But it was officially arranged for her to stop here atop the hill. Royal brides are always greeted atop the hill. What should we do?
Dance, sound the trumpet, assemble the court, march to the bottom.
It's wildly untraditional.
I hereby proclaim that henceforth all new queens shall be met at the foot of the hill. There, a brand new tradition. Does that solve it?
Sound the trumpets. We shall greet Lady Guinevere at the bottom of the hill in traditional fashion.
Arthur, come down out of the tree. Your Majesty, I know you're up there. Come down at once. Wart, come down out of that tree. There's no one here. You're absolutely safe.
Why so angry, Merlin? I know you are angry because you call me Wart.
Yes, Wart. Your schoolboy nickname. That's what your behavior warrants. Perched up on a tree.
Will you never learn patience?
Will you never learn patience?
I am the king. It is others who must learn patience. How is she, Merlin? Is she beautiful?
I don't recall.
Oh, rubbish. Are you telling me you don't see into the future?
When you live backwards in time as I do, and have the future to remember as well as the past, occasionally you do forget a face.
Merlin, as your king, I command you to tell me if she is...
Take it out.
Quite or very?
Very.
Merlin, why have you never taught me of love and marriage?
Don't scramble them together that way. They are two different things. Besides, I did give you a lecture on it once, but your mind was as usual elsewhere. You better pay attention to me from now on. I shan't be here long.
Why not?
I told you, I'm due to be bewitched by a nymph named Nimue, who will steal away my magic power and lock me in a cave for several centuries.
Nimue. Fiddlesticks. Every time you're displeased with me, you threaten me with this creature Nimue.
It's not a threat, it will happen.
Well, when you know she is near, change yourself into a bat.
One cannot escape fate. She would become a female bat.
Merlin, do you remember when I was a boy and you made me into a hawk? Oh, what a feeling. Soaring through the sky. Merlin, for old time's sake, do it again. Right this minute. One last soar through the air.
So you can soar through the sky to her carriage to steal a look through her window? No.
Merlin, there are times when I must insist that you remember who I am. Merlin, please, please, make me do... Merlin, do as I tell you or I'll have your head cut off.
It's you who forget who you are. Think of the joy you brought to Camelot. A radiant young princess, never before out of her castle, brought by treaty to bring peace between people. A royal marriage, a new queen, and where's the king? Swinging through the trees. You...
Thank heaven. Thank heaven.
Thank heaven. Thank heaven, Mallory and Tennyson never found out. Thank heaven, history never knew. Thank heaven your people are not aware of your behavior. Now go back to the castle at once.
My people.
At last, he's ambitious at last. How foolish of me not to have realized it sooner. He didn't need a lecture, he needed a queen. For years, I've tried to teach him to think. Then over the hill comes his fated maiden, and for her, he wants to be Caesar and Solomon. I've waited years for this moment, and now it begins. What a joy it will be to watch, to see him putting together the pieces of his destiny. It won't go quickly, 1 year, 2 years, what does it matter? I can see a night 5 years from now, or is it 6? No, 4. No matter. It is after the Battle of Beltane. No, that is much earlier. What is it with me today? My mind is full of clouds. It can't be senility. Well, what can it be?
Far from day, far from light, out of time, out of sight.
Nimoy, is that you?
Follow me, dry the rain, warm the snow, where the winds never go.
Oh, Nimue. Oh, please, not yet. I must see what will happen to him.
In a cave by a sapphire shore, we shall walk through an open door, and for thousands of evermores to come, my life you shall be.
So it is you. Must you take my magic now? Couldn't you wait it a bit longer? Wait, Nimue, have I told him of the things he should know? Have I told him of Lancelot? I did. But Lancelot and Guinevere. Did I warn him of Lancelot and Guinevere? And Mordred, I must warn him of Mordred and I didn't. Wait, Nimue, wait. I remember nothing of Lancelot, Guinevere, and Mordred. It's all gone. My magic is gone.
Only you, only mine, world farewell, world goodbye.
Goodbye, Arthur. My memory of the future is gone. I know no more the joys and sorrows before you. I can only wish for you in ignorance, like everyone else. Reign long, reign happily, and Ward, please, remember to think.
Merlin, what's the best thing for being sad?
The best thing for being sad is to learn something. It's the one thing, Wart, that never fails. You may grow old and trembling in your arteries. You may lie awake listening to the disorder of your veins. You may miss your father, your mother, your dog, your only love.
My love.
There's one thing for all of it. Learn. Learn why the world wags and what wags it. Thinking, boy, is something you should definitely get in the habit of making use of as often as possible. Thinking helps in everything. Everything but love, that is. Love is sort of a seventh day, so thinking can rest. But this is not Sunday. So think, boy. Think.
Think. Think.